everybody, and welcome back to, yeah, I totally forgot the name of the campaign. House from Ben Hill. So we are with the Lost group again, or the Seekers, not the Lost. God damn, my brain is fried. Yeah, we're here with the Seekers. We have a new person joining us with the Seeker group because one of our members of the last, they just weren't showing up or responding to my messages, and they already missed a session, so I had to sadly get rid of them, and here we are, all safe and sound with a new team of friends. And you may notice that two new characters as well, because the human mystic died their first session, so.
Brogan super died. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I died really hard.
So
don't want to say that Yager called it, but Yager did call it.
He did call it. I'll give him that.
To be fair, she was also just a tiny child in a very dangerous house.
13 years old.
So now we have a second 13-year-old.
Yeah, he took over your spot, but in the Lost group.
Yeah.
And those of you who are tuning in for the first time, possibly, or playing with us for the first time, if you donate $5 or more to this game, a random effect happens that I roll in the table for. And I think some people in the audience are planning on doing that tonight, so that could be fun. So, first off, I think we'll introduce our new player, Sharon.
Hi.
And you are a roommate of Joe, who plays in the first group.
Yes.
Wait, who does he play in the first group?
He plays Necro Dark, the Dragonborn Gunslinger, who almost died last week. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think everyone almost died last week.
It was rough last week. It was rough last week. Also, for those of you who are tuning in or haven't played with us before, I do have one homebrewed rule for this campaign. That's my criticals. Critical damage is maximum damage plus damage rolled on top of it. That's how somebody got one hit killed by a black pudding last week. Yeah, so we're going to go around. The players can introduce themselves again if they want to, who they're playing, possibly. And then we're going to introduce the two new characters real quick, because these are short games, about 2 hours long, so we're going to get right into it real quick. And get going. I just need to make sure my Streamlabs... Yes, it's up. Cool. So, we'll just introduce the first two characters, the new characters, right now. So, yeah. Brogan.
Okay, I'm playing Silvius Delmarin, and he is a half-elf bard. And, yeah, he's tall, well-dressed, with red flowing hair. That's what he looks like.
Fantastic. And what would they be doing right now? Like, why would they be going to the house?
I think he would be, probably would have heard some tales of it. And he really likes stories, so he kind of wants to come and see if the tales are true.
All right.
So he's just kind of walking up all brave-like.
All right. So, yeah, the gates of the property are wide open from the people that entered it multiple times before. And, yeah, the house is boarded up, 3 stories tall, boarded up. You guys know the description of the house. 3 stories, boarded up, Gothic, Victorian manor kind of deal.
Okay. So as he's walking, he's going to pull out a little notebook out of his breast pocket, just like a little tiny one, and he's like taking notes. He's thinking he could use it in a story or something.
Okay.
And he's just looking around and he goes, "Hello? Hello?"
No answer.
And he's gonna walk in through the gates.
Okay. As soon as you step foot on the property, a swirling mist envelops you. And as you blink, you find yourself standing. Let's see where you're standing.
He did.
You find yourself standing in a small little room inside the house. It's dark. but you can somewhat see light coming through the cracks of the door, and you look around, and the room that you're standing in is maybe 4 feet wide and about 6 feet tall, and you look around and you see coats hanging. You're in a closet.
Okay. Oh, how interesting. Hello, anyone there?
No answer.
Hello?
And with that,
Hmm.
Sharon, would you like to describe your character, what they look like, who they are?
Lily Stipe is a feral tiefling. She has white skin and brown hair, a large pair of wings, and her feet end in cloven hooves. She would be dressed in riding apparel with a leather shirt underneath. She is a Circle of Spores druid, and she is fascinated with death and decay.
Fantastic.
So stories of a haunted house would be right up her alley. So she would want to explore.
Okay. Oh. Hold
I
on.
just want to say out of character real quick. We are a 3/4 caster focused party.
And also half of our group are seekers and half of them are also just going to be lost people who join this.
Showers, so I might still take showers.
Man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But
But
on
if I
those
was
days
like,
when
you know,
you're like,
it was a hot day, and I was like, oh, like I smell.
Hi, chat. Again, we're back. If my internet doesn't hold up for this one, I'll just record the session and then rebroadcast it. Unfortunately, we might have to do that. Because my internet is dying once again.
Then at some point in the middle, you can just pretend someone did do something pretty.
Yeah, I don't. It's always this time of day this happens.
Is it like a popular internet time?
No, and I have good internet, so it doesn't make any sense.
Everyone else is busy.
Like they mentioned
There's
hard.
only so much internet to go around, man. Everyone wants a piece of that internet pie.
Technically, there isn't. It's a matter of server and data space, so it's just.
So really, as a matter of
Europe that has better. Wait, no,
I
it's
mean,
three. They have
I
better
have
internet.
okay
than
internet,
us.
but I mean, I guess I had okay internet at my house, and now I live somewhere else. So,
Yeah.
but I don't live in either of those three places you just said. So I guess my internet can't be that great.
Income, relatively, I'm saying, like pricing, zone.
updated
Well, to be
my internet speed, and it's now costing me less because
Classic. Here's faster internet.
Back up.
Alright.
Hopefully, we'll see. I reset my router. If it craps out again, I'm just gonna record this and we'll throw it out as a VOD kind of thing, rebroadcast VOD. Because it's always this time of day, and I have good internet. I have really good internet. I have like 150 down, 75 up. No, not
like
75,
someone
25 up.
that
25
says,
up.
you know what, there's this guy who has great. I'm just gonna slow it down just to mess with him once a day because that would be funny for me.
I'm just gonna build a new computer. I have a feeling it's my computer. Alright, so we introduced. I have to merge a bunch of clips into the VOD now. So we introduced characters. If you've been following along, Lily. How would she
Yes.
come across the house?
I said if she heard some rumors of like a haunted house, she might be very interested in that in terms of both having a background in archaeology and a fascination with dead things. So she might then choose to go explore.
Okay.
So
Alright, so during your exploration, you're sort of, I'd say, moving through this very thick forest of dead trees, fog everywhere, mist, and you eventually come across this 3-story Victorian-esque manor made of stone, well, 3 stories tall. It's all boarded up. There's a fountain in the courtyard. There's like hedge animals, and there's a huge hedge maze in the backyard. And there's a carriage, sort of like dilapidated and falling apart. And you would know that about 6 months ago, a handful of people went into the house and disappeared.
All right.
So, and yeah, the gates of the property are wide open.
She'd probably take a moment to take a look at that broken carriage.
All right, so you'd have to step onto the
Just
property
see,
to do
like...
that.
Oh, okay. Yep.
All right, so you head.
So she would.
All right, so yeah, you step onto the property and you make your way towards this carriage near the hedge maze. It's like pressed up against the hedge maze, and it's what you'd expect from like a Gothic Victorian sort of era horse-drawn carriage, but the wheels are snapped off, the door is wide open, and there's a bunch of rats like inside the carriage, like moving around and chewing it up.
Ugh. Is there any way to make a guess at how long it's been sitting like that?
You can probably estimate it's probably been sitting there for a good 100 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because the house has been boarded up and abandoned for about 100 years as well.
Gotcha. So yeah, thoroughly grossed out by the rats. Should probably head into the building.
All right, so all the entrances are boarded up. So if you want to try to find a way into the building, you can give me an investigation check.
Absolutely.
Watch it. It's evil. It wants to eat you.
First roll of the campaign for her.
That's a 14.
All right, so you take a couple walks around the house, looking around, and you see there is a window on the 3rd floor that is slightly open.
All right. I'll fly up and enter through.
Oh yes, feral tieflings have wings. I totally forgot. All right, so you fly up and.
Well, my feral tiefling has wings. It's an option.
All right, so yeah, you fly up, you open the window, and you crawl inside.
Yeah.
All right, as you go inside, you sort of feel this like fog envelop your mind, and as you blink and you go through the window, you sort of feel yourself get pulled away, almost like your body's vanishing for a moment, and you feel yourself appear in a very tight room, pressed up against somebody else in a closet. You both rolled the same thing. I both rolled the same. So, as you look around...
There's a window in the closet?
No, she goes through the window, but she teleported elsewhere into the house. Everyone who enters through the house teleports into the house somewhere. And as you
Both of you are in the closet.
Lily.
You both need to get out of the closet.
Lily, as you enter the closet, you sort of feel yourself like push someone up against the wall of the closet, and the closet is only like 4 feet wide by 5 feet tall. So there's now 2 of you. So Sylvius and Lily, you're both now in this cramped little closet.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hi.
I'm new here.
This is rather intimate.
It is, isn't it? Can I look to see if there's an opening?
Well, there's a door that had light shining through it.
Alright, can I just push it, see what's out there?
You push the door open and you see 2 figures standing in a kitchen. An elderly looking tiefling and this quite young, tall built Aasimar. And on the floor, you see the remnants of a body getting pulled through the floorboards.
Ah.
Oh,
I certainly hope I'm not interrupting something.
Oh my gosh. The little tiefling lady turns around and sees you guys over there and is like, oh no, there's more of those ghosty people!
And as soon as she says that, Yager just pulls out his sword and aims it at the... Who's in front? Like, would it be...
They're both kind of like stuck in the closet and can't really move past each other.
As soon as he takes out his sword, I'm going to try to cast a charm person.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
So, yeah, so Yager, give me a wisdom saving throw? For charm person, or is it instantaneous?
so.
It is sorry, I'm just looking it up right now. Oh yeah, wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 21.
Yeah, so you're good. You're good. What happens on a save?
I think I'm aware you tried to charm me.
Charm creature. Do you know what happens if you succeed? Do you just not get charmed?
Yeah, I
just-
don't get charmed, and I become aware you just tried to charm me.
Okay, great.
Are you aware it was charm specifically, or just that she tried to cast a spell in your direction?
I think. Let me look up the rules for it.
Yeah, I don't know this. I just know that you're aware that they try to do something. I don't know.
I think
the
that
exact-
happens regardless of.
I know that when the spell ends on you, you know that they did charm you.
I know that much too. Yeah.
Chat's pretty good, but there's not enough people in chat. I'd ask chat. Charm person. When the spell ends, the creature knows. So he would have no idea that he was charmed. You attempted to charm him. He would have no idea.
I still have the sword pointed at them because that's what I was doing in the first place.
Okay.
Oh no! Did the other ghosty people know how to do magic, or were they just being all like security and stuff?
These look like two solid figures, like human live people.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Who
Out
Who
of
are you? What
I
do you
know that.
want? Speak now.
I
Cookie,
don't know
go check on
what
them.
I'm doing here, to be completely honest. I just appeared here. I don't know about these ghosts you're talking about, but I would quite like to learn more about it if you know anything about that.
Cookie, go like make sure it's a real person. The little pseudo dragon that was on her shoulders flies over. And
Yeah.
There does seem to be some sort of misunderstanding, I'm afraid.
He lands on her and sniffs her and flies back to you and seems comforted to know that it's not a evil spirit.
Him.
Are you one of the people that was lost in this house?
Well, no,
Yeah,
I don't believe so. Although it is rather disconcerting to climb in a window and end up in a closet.
You do certainly seem like you are currently lost in this house. But it's okay, because now we have found you.
And we can't
Excellent,
get out
yes,
ourselves.
Hey.
Lily tries to wedge an arm out to try and pull herself free of the closet.
You pull yourself free of the closet.
Is Yager
Yeah.
still have his has?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You don't need to put that down, you know.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh yes, he's a nice boy, but he's definitely a little bit fighty.
Well,
I look
back
at
is-
Naname, and like I said, someone just died, and we were just attacked. I think I'm perfectly in the reasonable state of being, all things considered.
Oh, so that was a death, was it? I'm terribly
Yes.
sorry. I'm so
I only
sorry.
knew her for less than an hour, so yeah.
As it
Still,
turns out that a haunted house isn't really a great place for a child. Probably should have done that one before we
Oh
came in.
yeah. Oh dear.
At that point, he
Uh,
just sheathes his sword and pinches the bridge of his nose, just grimacing.
At least I got you to put down your sword.
Is the dead body still on the floor, or has it?
It's been absorbed by the house.
Ugh. Well,
Can I examine the place where it sunk?
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Sure.
can I
I'm
assist?
just examining my own dead body. That's a 6 plus 3, so 9.
It just looks like a wet goo stain on the floor now.
No idea what kind of goo. What?
No?
No, just kind of a viscous substance.
Viscous, red, black substance.
Ugh, okay.
Gross.
I'm gonna take out my notebook and make some notes.
Cool.
Pardon me, but I did grab
I'm-
your names.
Oh yes,
Uh,
I'm Sylvius. I don't know
Lily
who
Stipe.
you are. Sorry, what was that?
Lily Stipe.
Lily. Lovely name.
Yes.
You know, Lily, it's not very often that I see fellow tieflings, but you have some mighty cool wings on your back. I had a friend one time, ages ago, and she had wings. She decorated with sparkles, so when she opened them, she looked like the night sky.
That
She sounds
absolutely
like a very pompous,
Well-
narcissistic person, but who am I to judge, right?
Do you mind if I use that in a play? It's quite fabulous. I like it.
I don't. Just seems impractical given my work.
So, Nana May and Yager, you guys have been in the kitchen for a while now. You look over, you hear this strange, like, dissolving sound, like the sound of, like, what appears as to sound like thunder, like, inside the house. And you look and you watch as a trap door just seems to disintegrate and vanish into nothingness. And you hear screams coming from inside the cellar, and what sounds like the sound of someone getting their neck broken and tumbling down the stairs.
In the cellar where the trapdoor to the cellar just disappeared from?
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's currently no, like, entrance to the cellar?
The cellar door's gone, and you see the table that was once in the kitchen levitate, seem to get carried towards the cellar door, and then thrown sideways, and now it's laying on top, like on its top, like 10 feet away from the cellar door. And this all happens in the matter of, like,
Leave the kitchen.
10 seconds. And you hear people screaming, "Oh, it killed Arvis! It killed Arvis! Run, run, run!"
What was their names on
Yes.
the poster?
Yes, Arvis was one of the names on the poster.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yager is already approaching the door. At this point, he just throws away his scabbard because at this point he's realized, okay, why am I sheathing my sword in a haunted house?
You're approaching the cellar door.
Or what was left of it, yeah.
Okay, the cellar door's gone. It disintegrated.
Yeah.
So it's just like a dark descent into the cellar.
Alright.
Wait, so what are the exits in this room then?
There is, so the door that leads to the backyard is currently boarded up and closed. So the only exit out of this room is the room that Naname, Yager, and Cora came into earlier. So
like the lobby and the cellar, essentially.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So the door that leads to the foyer or down into the cellar.
Yeah. Before descending into the cellar, Yager is going to quickly touch the blade he's holding and cast light onto it. So he quite literally looks like he's holding a blade of light.
Alright, so as you descend into, as you cast light, you see this black amorphous blob on the ceiling, up, like just above the stairs, just sitting there.
And as soon as I see that, I yell, "Stand back!" and stab into it.
You're stabbing into it.
That's a
yeah,
bad idea.
because
Roll me
yeah,
to see.
I know that.
Roll me to see if it hits.
All right.
What happened to taking a short rest? Huh? Huh? Where'd our
Well,
short rest
one.
go?
One, I am playing my character, so cut me some slack. So that's
I need a short rest, man.
19 total.
That hits. What damage is your sword?
A D8.
Yeah, but what's the damage type?
Oh, slashing.
Cool! As you slash into that black amorphous blob, it splits into two more blobs that drop from the ceiling and land about 5 feet in front of you
Can
up the
I
stairs.
add something to that?
What do you mean add something to it?
Because I am a paladin, whenever I hit a target with a melee weapon, I can expend a spell slot to deal extra radiant damage.
Yep.
Yes! Okay, that's going to deal 2d8 extra damage on top of the slashing damage. I'm just roll that. Get out here. That's a 1.
Okay.
That's an 8. And that's a 3. So that's 12 points of damage plus my modifier. So that's
It only
15
takes
points of radiant.
So, yeah,
Radiant.
so 15 points of radiant. What's the damage dice for the
Correct.
radiant damage that you add on top of it? Because it only takes the radiant damage, it doesn't take the slashing damage. Oh shit! Hold on a second.
2d8, and then there's 6 of that 15. 6 of that 15 is slashing from the original.
So it doesn't
slash,
take
so
it doesn't take any of the slashing damage.
It takes. All right, so it takes 9 points of radiant damage.
Cool, and someone donated.
Oh gosh.
So thank you for the donation. It means I get to roll on the table now.
Wow, I'm so curious.
Thank you for your donation.
Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the donation.
Ooh, I think that's a bad one too, actually. So,
Uh-oh.
so donator, you can please whisper me or type in chat. You get to choose random creatures that appear in the house. If you don't choose, I'll choose. But the creature, any creature from any source book. And it appears for 1d4 hours, and it's 1d4 random creatures. and donator, you get to pick what it was. So if you're in the chat, post in chat, or send me a whisper.
4 horse-sized pigeons.
Horse-sized pigeons. I love that.
But as this is happening, I wait for the donation. The black pudding is going to retaliate and smack Yager for attacking it. And for those of you who watched last week's episode, these are the black puddings that got unleashed when they tried drinking the wine in the basement.
Which is such a cool idea. That's what you get for trying to steal someone else's wine.
So, would a 16 hit you, Yager?
16? Let me check. Nope.
Cool. So it slaps at you, but nothing happens. That
Thank
said,
you, body armor.
since you did attack it, you do take damage from attacking it. A creature that touches the pudding or hits it with a melee attack. Yep. So you take acid damage. But you do take 7 points of acid damage. And your weapon takes a permanent -1 penalty to damage.
Permanent?
Yep.
Permanent from acid.
Permanent. It's damaged, so unless I can repair it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't see the donator sending me anything about what they want for monsters. So, along with the black puddings, then, let's do something that sort of fits into what we're doing here.
Do they show up exactly where we are or just somewhere in the house?
Somewhere in the house.
Ooh.
Oh.
Somewhere in the house.
Let's
make
do
creepy haunted dolls. Creepy
1d4.
doll.
1d4. Yeah, 1d4 of those. Perfect. 2 of those are going to be in the house now somewhere.
Great.
Oh, I got a whisper. Hold on, I got a whisper. Oh, perfect. Yep. We'll do 1d4 of those. 1d4 of those. Thank you, Conrad Vitt, for the donation. I will put those in the house for these people to encounter.
That's
Comrade, why you
Joe.
betrayed us?
That's Joe. That's my roommate.
I just hope.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
Comrade, why have you
Thank you,
betrayed us?
Joe, for that.
The ultimate betrayal.
So yeah, as these black puddings split from Yager's sword attack and they drop on the stairs, they're moving towards Yager. What do you want to do?
Alright, my turn. Realizing I'm surrounded and at a disadvantage here, I am going to Misty Step.
Cool. You misty step where?
Back into the kitchen in front of the trapdoor.
That's where they are.
Like,
They're in the.
so-
They're on the trap. They're coming up out of the trapdoor.
Alright, 10
So
feet away. Wait, where's everyone else at, respectively?
it's up to them. What are you guys doing when you see these black puddings appear and try to like kill Yager?
Well, I'm not a very good frontline fighter, and also I've been wounded a little bit. So Naname is gonna like stay within 60 feet of them, but move more towards the door that leads back to the lobby.
Yeah, cool. All right.
How much of this can we actually see?
Should we roll initiative if we're going to?
I'll say roll initiative. Yeah, this will be an initiative time.
Like, is this all in clear view of us?
Yeah, these things are like the black puddings are coming up the cellar door, so you guys like coming up from the cellar, so you guys would see these. One black pudding is 10 feet, like in diameter. The other ones are about 5 feet in diameter.
Did we see him attack it and that it split?
You saw him attack it with his sword, and it split into 2.
Okay.
And
My initiative's 19.
19 for Sylvius. Okay, what did Anime get?
17
17.
plus 0.
Yager, what'd you get for initiative?
Oh, let me roll. And that's 6.
All right. Lily.
22.
Ooh, 22.
Yeah.
Now for the black puddings. That's not great.
They're not great for us or not
Not great for them. They don't do good for initiative.
Yes.
Probably low.
They do have low decks. Oh. Cool. So, Lily, what do you want to do? These black puddings are forming in the cellar door. They're coming up out of the cellar door to get Yager.
How close to me are they?
5 feet. You're all sort of like in the same vicinity.
As a reaction, use my Cloud of Spores.
Okay.
Or a Halo of Spores ability.
Yep.
To whichever one of them is closest to me. And it's a... Sorry.
Do you choose the creatures, or is it all creatures within that radius?
It's... Let me read the exact wording, because I've only played this card. Used this ability before once. Or, you know, my browser could lock up on me. That's fun, too. Couple. Yeah, as far as one creature you can see.
Okay, so
it sounds like it.
All 3 black puddings are within yours, are within the same distance. They're all like sort of together, bunched together on the stairs. One is 10 feet in diameter. That's the one that attacked Yager, and then the 2 that split up are only about 5 feet in diameter. And both of those are on the stairs. The 10-foot one is sort of like swarmed on the staircase ceiling.
We'll go for hitting one of the smaller ones.
All right, so
if it fails a con saving throw, it's going to get 1d4 of necrotic damage.
That's a 19.
That's a save. So it does not take any. Doesn't do anything. And spells. Try casting. Chill touch.
Okay.
On same one, might as well. So I need to make a ranged spell attack.
Is Halo Spores? Oh, Halo Spores is a reaction. Never mind.
Yes. Yeah. So technically, that doesn't even have to happen on my turn. That just when it comes within 10 feet of me.
Yep.
So yes. So nat 1.
All right. So the chill touch hand is sort of like slams into the fireplace, and then the fireplace sort of crumbles a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything else for?
So happy that didn't.
With my movement, just try and back away from them.
All right. So as you back away, you notice that all 3 of them just sort of disappear.
All 3 of the black puddings?
Yeah, they just disappear.
Oh.
And you're going to keep your initiative order, but yeah, all 3 for right now seem to just disappear into nothingness. Into thin air, almost.
Were they ghost puddings?
Are we still doing actions in initiative order, or are we just...
No. I'm just going to keep the initiative order for now.
Oh.
I know I try to look for them.
Those things showing up made me realize maybe we should sit down and eat some cookies or something for a minute, because I'm feeling a little bit battered.
If you're searching, you can give me a perception check, Sylvius.
Gladius is still on the staircase, kind of like very alert and very on guard, kind of like sword ready. He's going to activate his Divine Sense, if that helps at all.
Sure. What's the radius on Divine Sense?
60 feet.
60 feet.
12.
You don't detect anything with Divine Sense, and you don't see anything with your perception roll. And you can take a short rest if you guys need one. Right now, you're in a kitchen.
Yeah, I want Naname to go and like take out one of the chairs at the table and sit down and like pull out like a little baggie of muffins.
All right. So as you go to grab one of the chairs,
little old lady can't even sit down in this house.
As you grab a chair, you see the chair is like where you sit on the chair. Like a mouth opens up on the chair and a long purple tongue comes out.
Everything's the mimic.
And you watch as the table does the same thing. It flops around, and you see a giant mouth and tongue come out of the bottom of the table. And you can thank Joe for that. He rolled random creature spawn, and I got 1d4. He chose mimics. So. So I'm gonna roll initiative for the table and the chair. Oh, I'm so happy! My first time I get to use mimics in my Twitch channel called Mimics and Monstrosities.
I've never encountered a mimic actually in D&D.
I've encountered 2
They're so good.
in all
They're
my
so good.
time in D&D.
That one got good initiative.
I feel like I've run into some sort of mimic.
Chair mimic time for its initiative.
At least I know I can hit him.
Oh, no, that's not great. So, since you did grab the Mimic, it's going to get a free attack against you as it smacks you with its... Oh, so you're currently adhered to the Mimic, the chair Mimic. The escape DC on your turn is 13. Strength DC 13. Ability checks made to escape this grapple have disadvantage, so you're going to be rolling disadvantage to escape the grapple. And it is going to make... Let me see. Hold on a second.
Thank you, Comrade Joe, for this wonderful gift.
Thank you so
My
much.
voice is cracked.
Thank you so
It
much.
could have been so much worse.
And it is going to
Oh,
attack you. I
probably
think.
could have been, but-
Does it have advantage on attacking grappled creatures? Yes, it does. Grappler feat. The Mimic has advantage on attack rolls against any creature grappled by. So, Naname, as this, you go to grab this chair, you see your hand sort of like sink into the chair itself, and its tongue lashes out and it smacks you with its like big tongue from the base of the chair. Oh no, Naname! Natural 20.
And there goes the other party member.
So.
I mean, I don't think that it doesn't do enough damage to kill me. Like,
No.
automatically.
It doesn't. Mimics don't deal a lot of damage.
Just
So
enough to like kill me though.
you take max damage right now. I'm not gonna tell you what max damage is. I'm gonna add it all together. I'm gonna add it all. It's easier for me to add it all together.
If Naname goes unconscious though, can I still be Cookie? Because Cookie can do attacks on my turn as my familiar.
I'd say Cookie would still be a part of it. Yeah, he could still use Cookie.
All right. Guys,
Actually,
can I just
our
assume-
familiars. Is he a familiar under the familiar spell, or is he a pet?
It's the Pact of Chain familiar.
Does he disappear if you go unconscious though?
Familiars are in concentration, so they stay around so long as the original caster isn't dead. So until she dies, they'll still be around.
Okay, so hold on. I'm adding damage now. So you take 15 points of damage total. That's max damage plus roll damage. So 15 points of damage to Naname.
Ah, and I had 13 health. That was actually almost not even that bad.
So Naname is unconscious.
You forget we just got out of another
Unconscious and
Well, I was
still
gonna-
adhered to the chair. You're still adhered to the chair.
I was gonna take a short rest. She never forgot. But there just happened to be a mimic that was the chair.
All right. So since we're technically still in the same combat, I'm gonna say it's Sylvia's turn.
Okay.
Just let me know when my dragon can go.
I'm going to. I'm gonna pull out my rapier,
Sure.
and I am going to hit it with my rapier.
Which one, the table or the chair? Mimic?
The whichever one just not killed, but made Naname go unconscious.
That would be the chair.
Ooh, that's good. It's a 19 plus.
That hits.
Yeah, I figured it would.
Yeah.
19 plus 4, that definitely hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 1. I'm gonna re-roll that hit spell. 6.
6 damage.
Yeah. Sorry, 6 plus 1, so 7.
7. Yeah, you stab into the mimic with your rapier, and it lets out like a. And as like purple like blood spurts out of where you stabbed it.
Okay. And as a bonus action, can I also hit it with my dagger?
Do you have the?
It says on my D&D Beyond, it says actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting. I don't know much about.
So if you have a dagger in your offhand, you can attack with it. You just don't get the proficiency bonus added to the attack. So it's just straight damage dice, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll again though? I'm assuming.
Yep.
And that won't hit because it's a 2.
That does not hit.
So that's-
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
So you go like attack it again, and you sort of like slip in that puddle of goop that was on the floor. Like you slip in Cora's goop on the floor where she died, and you sort of like, oh. Anything else?
I think that's yeah, I think that's all I can do. So yeah, that's all.
Okay,
Oh
hold
my
on.
gosh! Wait a second. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. One of my things is when damage reduces you to 0 HP, you make a Charisma saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
Dummy. It's DC 5 plus the damage taken.
So you're gonna need to roll. What would you
A
got?
20.
20. You're gonna need a 20. Natural. Yeah, 20.
Ooh.
Well, I get a +5 to
Yeah,
Charisma,
so-
it's a possible.
It's possible.
You have a 25% chance.
Go for it.
Let's all be chill. It could happen. Guys, I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, still unconscious. Still unconscious. Yeah. So Sylvius, anything else?
I had time to roll a nat 1.
That's all.
Okay, cool. So the table mimic is gonna sort of like. So the table mimic is still upside down. It's gonna like crawl across the floor like a hermit crab. Like,
Okay.
and then it's gonna approach probably. The only other thing it really distinguishes as a threat is this huge Aasimar with a great sword. And
Long sword, but yeah.
Long sword, yes. And it's going to make an attack at you. And that is 13 plus 5, that's an 18 to hit.
Misses.
18 to hit. 18 misses?
I have an AC of 19.
Oh, okay. And that's that thing's turn, so it's gonna be... Nana May, give me a death saving throw.
Yes, and also I'm gonna do my... Ooh, it's an 8! I might die, you guys!
So that is a 1 death save fail.
Yeah, now I have a question before I decide what Cookie does.
Sure.
Can my pseudo-dragon do an object interaction?
I'd say yes, but since he's a familiar, he can't attack.
He
Is that-
can because of my legacy, because of my Pact of the Chain
Oh,
sorcerer.
he can attack?
Warlock. You know, I'm one of those guys.
Okay, so yeah, he can make an object interaction.
Okay,
Hi,
my
guys.
intention, I'm gonna explain my intention. Nana May has a healing potion in her little bag, and Cookie knows that.
Okay.
Can Cookie take the healing potion out and give it to Nana May, or
So,
would he not be able to do
I'd
that?
say it would take an action for him to get the healing potion, and it would be another action to give her the healing potion, because that's technically two object interactions right there. So he can get it, but he can give it to Nana May on Nana May's next turn.
Yeah, because
Okay, so then what I'm gonna do instead of that, well, sorry, Cookie is going to rummage around in the bag and pull out the healing potion.
Yeah.
And then is going to use his limited telepathy to magically communicate the simple idea and image to the party.
Yep.
To give Nana May the healing potion.
Alright, so the party sees that from Cookie, and you all would know that it's going to cost you an action to do it. But that's what you know. Anything else for Cookie, or is he just rummaging around in the bag still, getting that potion?
Cookie is going to move away from the Cookie's gonna like move away from the thing that can kill it in like one hit.
Yeah. Alright, so Cookie like flies somewhere else in the kitchen.
Yeah, he just like flies.
So there are cupboards like on the wall too. He could fly up and get on top of the cupboards. No, they're not. It was only 2 mimics I got.
Okay, he'll fly up and sit on a cupboard and like point with his little face towards the healing potion, which is right there by Nana May.
All right, so Yager, it's your turn.
All right. Coming up from the stairs and seeing that, oh wait, we're being attacked again. Of course we are, because why wouldn't we?
The chair just looked too comfy to be true.
It had a cushion. It must be evil.
Everything's trying to kill us.
So yeah, seeing that Naname is kind of unconscious and holding onto this chair, he's immediately gonna think, okay, that thing's bad. And is he within 5 feet of the chair? Or is the table in the way?
I'd say the table's in the way.
All right. How do I want to do this?
So if you wanted to go save Naname from the chair, it would get an attack of opportunity against you to move away from the table to get to the chair and Naname.
Do I want to risk it, yeah?
Because Naname's Naname's about 10. Naname's about she's about. Because you went towards the door, I think. Yeah, no, I'm thinking in my head. Yeah, you're about 10, 15 feet away from Naname.
It's okay. I understand.
She has two.
Teenager.
She has two other people next to her. They can help her. So yeah, he's just going to kind of like slash down at this table thing that's acting like a weird hermit crab.
Yeah.
Oh, and I need to roll for that.
I'm just checking something real quick.
And that's 7. So plus 4, 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Aw.
Let me just check something real quick.
Do, 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 do.
So I just looked because the chat told me this. You actually can't wear the armor you have, Yager, because your strength isn't high enough. You need a strength of 15, so I have to take the armor off of you on your character sheet. So your
Gotcha.
your AC is only 12 because you can't use the armor that you have. Sorry.
That's fine.
I should have
So
looked
the
over
last to
everybody's
hit
sheet.
me.
If you had armor you didn't have the strength for, it just reduced penalties. I didn't think it meant you couldn't wear it.
God, no, I understand that.
I'll check because yeah, it's.
Or that just like slowed you way the
Took
fuck
that
down.
off. So
No, I'm
yeah.
just hold on. Let me check.
You just shirtlessly flying into combat. Slash.
Let me see here
Oh,
because I don't see
God.
ruling on it at all. Oh, did you remove it from your inventory? You didn't need to.
I just. Oh,
Because I needed to see what the parameters
Yeah.
are on using armor. You can't.
I just took it out.
I'll add it back. I'll add it back. Sorry, chat. This is exciting. Splints.
Yeah, right now his armor just disappeared for no reason, and he's just shirtlessly fighting off this table.
It's like in an action movie.
I
when,
feel like when I played a character that didn't have enough strength for their armor, it just made them slow. But that was another game with another GM.
I
so
thought it
don't
was
know
just
if
like-
that was
I'd say you'd need the
actual
strength to
or-
wear it, and since he doesn't have the strength of 15 to
Yeah.
wear it, he can't
I
physically
think
like
the
put it
problem
on.
was that originally I had him preset to another strength before we actually
Yeah,
rolled
so
one,
I'd
that's probably
say-
what happened.
I'd say because you don't have the strength to wear it, you can't wear it. So for now, your armor class is
That's
going to be
fair.
12. But at the end of the session, I'll just say you came into the house with a different set of armor that suits your character.
That's fine. For
Yeah.
right now, he's just shirtless and like fighting a table.
Yeah.
Because,
It's like
D&D.
in action movies when their shirt gets cut and
yeah.
Oh,
no,
chat.
what will I do?
Chat says armor you don't have the strength to wear lowers your speed by half. I'll say lowers your speed by half because I don't know the ruling behind it. So I'll say
Have
you.
armor or no have
I'll
armor?
say you can wear the armor, 19 armor class, but your speed's going to be 15 feet.
Gotcha.
Okay. And
I'll
chat, that's
add
my
that.
ruling. So that's the end of that, chat.
I'll add that back.
I already did.
Alright, just gotta reload then.
And that's the end of that rule discussion. All right, so you can use your armor, but you're going to move at 15 feet.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, you're attacking the table and you didn't hit. So,
Nope, because I rolled 11 total.
So anything else then?
Bonus action.
Oh no.
I have a lot of bonus actions, so yay, I'm happy for that because most of the characters I played never have bonus actions. None of them can help me in this situation, though. God damn it. Okay, yeah, I end.
All right. So the chair mimic, still with Naname attached to it, is going to do what a predatory mimic would do if it's got food within its mouth,
Oh, eater.
and it has advantage on it. And this will be if it hits, this is instant 2-death fail saves, and I think Naname dies.
Yo.
But I do have things for resurrections in here.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
I stopped last
Oh,
time.
Resurrect her without a soul.
So
She's already killed one person. What?
I let everyone have one possible resurrection unless that gets thwarted or canceled. So that's why Cora didn't come back, because her resurrection was thwarted. So yeah, so that 18 plus 5, that 23, that hits Naname, doesn't it?
I don't know. It seems a little low. I think my AC is higher than. No, of course it is.
Alright, so as Naname like collapses, this mimic
no.
just takes a big chunk out of her and bites and rips her in half.
Wow, that's so awesome. Cookie
Yikes.
screams and then like.
And her
I don't know.
and yes, Cookie's like ah, and Cookie just pops out of existence.
Does the potion break? Like, does
The
it
potion's
fall?
no, the potion's still there. It's on the ground.
Okay.
But the mimic basically just
Okay,
bites
so
Naname's
got it.
top half, rips it off, and swallows it whole. There is a way to resurrect her, I'll say that. I'm not mean. I'm letting everyone have a possible resurrection their first time.
Yager kind of looks over and just like groans and says, "I told them they were gonna die, and here they died."
So that's that. Because of the nature of the house and how things can happen in here, on your turn, Naname, I'm gonna let you roll a religion check for Naname, and if it's higher than the DC I have set, she'll come back with resurrection effects.
Wait. Is it because of my Warlock patron?
And because of how weird this house is.
Yeah!
So yeah, the mimic basically clamps down. You guys watch as this mimic's like big white fangs. The tongue sort of pulls Naname further into its mouth, and its fangs sink down into her waist. And then with like a wet, sickening like crunch, it bites her in half and sort of like does like the thing like alligators do and crocodiles do when they're eating meat, like just like and swallows Naname's upper half.
Oh boy.
And with that. And that's right, Garrett. The legs are still like twitching on the floor, just like kicking around. The entrails are like slapping and splashing. No, just like the last bit of nerves as her like legs kick a little bit, and her organs are like squirting blood across the floor, just like
Oh, lovely.
like her
Probably
intestines and
just
everything.
completely ruining her delicious muffin.
Oh no.
And because of this, so that happened. Naname got bit in half. Yager, it's your turn. Or no, it's not. It's Lily's turn. My bad. It's
Yeah.
top of the turn order. Yeah, Lily, your turn.
No, I'll go take that free turn. Thank you.
Are either of the mimics within 10 feet of me?
The table is. The chair is over. It's about. The table is
Then-
about 15. The chair is about 15 feet away. It's still eating like Naname's upper half.
Okay. But the table is within 10 feet.
The table is within
Then-
10 feet. It's about 5 feet away because they try to
Then
attack Yager.
the table, I'm going to use my Halo of Spores on.
Yep. The table got.
Oh.
And that's Constitution, right?
Correct.
17.
Then it passed. So with where everyone is, could I potentially get the chair and the table within a 20-foot square without completely boning the rest of my party?
You would. So 20-foot square, you'd probably bone Yager, the table, and the chair. So only Yager would really get it. Because Sylvia's tried leaving, I think. Going
Tried
out
what?
into.
I
think
and
Wait, who tried leaving?
Well, 'cause I wasn't
Anime tried
melee
leaving.
with the
No,
the chair.
no. I know. So you'd only bone with that 20-foot square. Yager,
Mhm.
the table, and the chair.
Okay. Yager's a paladin, and this doesn't do damage. So I'm gonna cast Grasping Vines
Okay. On Yager,
on
the
that 20-foot square.
okay. So Yager, the chair, and the table.
Yes.
What
All right. What's
do
the
I
saving
roll
throw on
again?
that?
Mimic.
Yeah.
It's It is.
I fail it,
strength
whatever it is.
Strength save.
Strength save. What's the DC?
13.
13. The table got 18, and the chair got 12.
I think
So
my
the
dice are
chair
cursed
is
by this
gra-
house.
So the chair is
Natural.
grappled,
We're all cursed
Yep.
by this house.
grappled, and Yager is
Natural
grappled
one.
too.
It is restrained in the entangling plants until the spell ends.
Oh, restrained is even worse
Yes.
than grappled. Yeah, restrained. I think attacks are automatic criticals against you. And Yager is also restrained by these grasping vines. So.
Yep.
And they get to escape.
Sorry.
They get to redo the save at the end of their turn or the start of their turn.
I think this says on their turn. Use its action to make a strength check.
Oh, so okay, cool. Chat is all for how Naname died.
Oh no.
They love it. All right. So, anything else for Lily?
She's gonna back up some.
All right, you back up, and I'd say, yeah, you're basically like pushing yourself out of the kitchen into the foyer. The door is like
Okay.
open.
Well, I don't want to like leave the room. I just don't want to be in close combat.
Okay, so you're like up against the door then. Sylvius.
Naname is for sure. She's gone. Nothing can be done.
Nothing can be done right now. Yeah, but she's
Okay.
been bitten in half.
Okay.
And the chair is restrained, so you can.
And because she's been bitten in half, I would say Revivify. If someone had Revivify, that wouldn't work either because it doesn't regrow body parts.
Yeah.
Like we bring her back to life just to realize, oh, I'm dead. Bleh.
Yeah. Yeah, we get an animated pair of legs. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that with a different spell if we really want to go there.
Can I make like a history check or something to see if I would know how intelligent mimics are?
Sure, but I think I'll let that. Yeah, you can do that as a free action, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's.
Just trying to find something.
Oh, that's gonna be high. That's gonna be probably above 20.
Okay.
Just check. Yeah, that's 25. So.
Yeah, I totally blanked out. What was it you wanted to know about mimics?
How intelligent they are.
Not super intelligent. They just seem to be bestial creatures that only care about eating.
Okay, so what
They're basically they only care about food and being predators.
Would hideous laughter, which has I need an intelligence score of 4, would that work on them?
Intelligence score of 4? It would work.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Alright, are you doing it on
I'll do it on the table.
the table? Cool. What's the DC on that?
It is
It's gonna fail, but what's the
the
DC?
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom, okay.
Yeah. So
It got an 11.
it failed.
Fantastic.
So it's now. Let me get it back. It finds everything hilariously funny, and it's incapacitated, unable to stand. But it probably. Oh, I don't know if that counts because it's table.
Oh, let me see. Actually, mimics. So incapacitated. Do they fall prone?
Yeah, it's prone.
Okay, so mimics are immune to the prone condition, so it doesn't fall prone,
Okay.
but it's still incapacitated.
Anything
I'd say.
else? I guess it's still incapacitated.
Yeah, still
Okay,
incapacitated.
so it wasn't. All right.
That's what I was looking up.
So
Conditions.
that was my action, I guess. As a bonus action, I'm going to. Who's closest to them?
Animated dead twitching body.
Nanime's switching body, and
Other than
Yager is fighting the table, and he's restrained in front of the table.
I'll inspire Yager.
Okay, so looking through the ruling on the player's handbook for restrained creatures, I was right. Speed becomes 0, cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And the creature also have disadvantage on strength, on dexterity. So it's not automatic critical, but attack rolls against restrained creatures are with advantage. So, yeah, Yager's restrained, and so is the chair. And now the table is incapacitated, just laughing.
I should have thought about that. The fact that it was already restrained. Oh well, whatever.
It
Oh no,
wasn't.
the table's
No, the table was
incapacitated.
the one thing that wasn't restrained, and it's good that
Oh,
you got
was
it
it?
because
Oh,
I
okay.
Yeah.
didn't need to.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
the
was
chair.
banking on the Paladin having a
Yes.
no
Thank
problem
you for
taking a
that.
strength,
Yes.
and that
So,
didn't work out.
anything else for Sylvius?
No, that's everything.
Okay, cool. So for Hideous Laughter,
Mhm.
is there a saving throw that it does at the start or end of its turn? Like, what's the ruling behind Hideous Laughter?
At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw.
All right, and does it have any actions while it's under the effect of Hideous Laughter, or does it have to only do the saving throw?
I'm sorry. What was that?
It's incapacitated, so it actually can't do anything. Can't take
Yeah,
actions or reactions. That's right. So
If it's damaged, it has advantage on saving throw.
So it's just laughing like, and then
Awful.
let's see if it can
Oh,
make the wisdom saving throw.
That's a great sound you made, though.
That's a 13 wisdom saving throw.
Oh, my save DC is 15.
Ah, so it's still laughing. It's still like, cool. Nana May, please roll me a religion check, please.
Oh boy!
Nana May.
Fuck you guys.
Oh, if I had known that, I should have even used it.
Okay, I get a 19 on that religion check, so
19 on the religion check.
I don't know if that makes it good or just awful, but
Fantastic.
I only got a +1. I didn't pick religion as one of my things, but I did pick history,
Okay,
just in case that helped.
let me pull up my resurrection table.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's higher than DC.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. But that's, you each get 1 per this campaign, so that's Nana May's 1 free resurrection done.
1 per character.
We're
right?
all-
1 per character, that's correct. 1 per
Beginning-
character.
We're only 1 hour into the house on the second session.
Woo! If
Uh,
we don't maintain a 1 death per episode, like minimum.
it's happened. I can't believe it's happened.
We have to prove this house is haunted.
Sorry, was not prepared. It is a Google Doc, not on D&D Beyond.
We
Do I have to, like, roll
all
anything?
use them.
I'll let you roll it, but I'll tell you what dice you need to roll.
Ooh.
Yeah. I just gotta pull
If
up the
it's higher than
document.
a d20, I don't own it, but I can
think-
Google random dice.
Yes! I think it is just a
I know
D20
there's a-
for now.
Like, I'm like, I think there's like a variant resurrection.
I have
where,
my
like,
own.
it's-
I have my own. That I made.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
okay.
Yeah, we're using the one I made.
Is there the possibility of her resurrecting as a different race?
I don't know.
I know there's one which is like based off the Curse of Strahd one, which is like you resurrect and you like have some level of madness.
I'm so intrigued. I really want to see how this goes.
Where is my resurrection table?
I'd love to see crazy.
Here it is. Yeah. Sorry, chat. I wasn't prepared for someone to die this week. For some reason, I should be, I guess.
I don't know why you.
Roll. Oh, yeah. Okay. There could be a really bad one, but roll me a d20.
Oh boy, I'm so
Watch it be the
intrigued.
bad one.
Well, I got a 16, so I don't know what that is.
Cool.
Place your
Oh,
bets
so
now, it's the
good.
bad one.
So good.
Oh,
So
Oh my gosh.
Nana May, you
good
feel
for us.
you feel your top. You feel life come back to you, and you guys watch as Nana May's body, a sort of small wriggling Nana May pop, the top half of Nana May, a small wriggling like baby Nana May pops out the top, and slowly grows back into like Nana May's standard size, and she's like back to life after being eaten, her top half eaten by a mimic. She
Oh,
comes
great.
back with, unfortunately, she only comes back with 1 hit point.
She's immediately gonna die again.
Actually, roll.
Wait,
roll
wait,
you come
wait,
back
wait,
with.
wait,
hold
wait.
on. Hold on. You come back with 1 roll of your hit dice, and I need to roll a d4.
This is somewhat important. She
Hold on, Yager.
okay.
As she
sorry.
comes back to life, you sort of feel your mind get foggy, and as you look down at this elderly tiefling, any part of Nana May that was once in your memory is now lost forever. You have no idea who this old tiefling is. And that's the resurrection effect you got. A random person in your party has lost all memory of you.
Honestly,
Who's
that
that
was
one?
the
And the
perfect
rest of us
person.
never knew her to begin with.
So yeah, Yager, you have no memory of who Nana May is.
Eh.
So you've been with her in the house for a couple hours, and now you have no idea who she is. Like she died. You just
Wait,
saw this.
We've been here.
Yeah.
We've been here for a couple hours. I thought we were in the lobby, then we came here, then we were attacked. So that was like 30 minutes.
You've been here for a couple hours.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, so Nana May, you're back alive, and you have your 1 roll of your hit dice.
Okay. I rolled a 5 and my constitution is +3, so I got 8.
8 hit points, and you're back alive, but you're still laying on the ground prone. So you have but it's your turn. So as this happens, up on the cupboards, Cookie comes back into existence.
Yeah! Yay! My baby!
And yeah, you just got bitten in half, and the mimic just is like.
Wait.
Well,
Is
it's not
the
laughing.
rest of Nana May's old dead body still there? And she like,
No. It ate your upper half. You came out of your lower half. You were like a wriggling baby that grew out of your lower half, and then turned back into.
That's like just
This is the-
horrifying.
We're half still
Describe that
there.
experience like from a character perspective.
Yeah.
Would she realize what was happening as that was occurring?
If you want to, give me an insight check to see if you knew that happened.
Also, the important question I had earlier was
Freaking nat 20.
Naname totally witnessed it. And what's up, Yager? What's up?
That's not something
the question I had is because it's important for Naname. But do you have a backpack where you keep all your stuff?
Nana May carries like one of those old lady purses.
Okay, so
it has like
when
a bunch of like little pockets on the side, and they're like, you
Yeah,
can fit so much in this old lady purse. That's what she.
But my
carries.
question
probably
is,
drop it.
when the thing ate her upper half, did it take the bag with all your stuff with it?
No, because Cookie was rifling through the bag, and so the bag is next to her body.
Yeah, it just ate her upper half and whatever was like on her upper half.
That's what I was worried about.
Does she resurrect with clothing on her upper half, or is she
Oh,
like?
That's also an
no.
important question.
Oh
no, my eyes, my eyes. No,
Yeah,
I don't see that.
no.
I don't see
clothing would not have come back with
that.
Naname.
Forever scarred. Out of character, it's like, my mental eye.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Joe, thank
Yeah,
you
why
for
do
your
you do
donation,
this?
what this has caused.
I
Ugh. But yeah, so Naname, you're wriggling.
Asked me to reassure you that he
Scariest
regrets
thing in
nothing.
this house right now: saggy old lady tiefling boobs.
Yep, that's what is hanging out right now. But you're back alive. You totally have every single memory of what happened. If you're getting bitten in half, your top half getting eaten, and then growing out of your lower half.
Okay, I need your help. Can you tell me who is within 10 feet of me?
The chair mimic who's restrained. And I think that's it. The table is
Where-
like 15 feet away, and so is Yager and everybody else.
Where am
No,
I?
for this-
Because I was close to the chair, I believe.
Oh, so Sylvius is close to you too.
Well, because
Okay.
didn't I like?
That's right. That's right.
got it.
Yep.
I almost did something, but I just want you to know I am not going to kill a second one of your characters with a miscast of Arms of Hadar. So
Okay, thank you.
I am going to
Are you standing up because you're still prone?
I'm really torn. Because part of me just wants to like. I imagine that resurrecting would be just a horrific experience. And now she's like half naked.
Give me a wisdom saving throw to see how it affects you.
Oh my gosh, my warlock patron is like the great old one. So if she like got crazy from this, I'm okay with that. Where's my wisdom? Oh, it's a +3 on that. That means it's a 16. I'm really upset. I hope that's a fail.
A 16?
fail?
Let me check.
Can I, as a player, decide to fail that?
If you want, I guess. It's up to you.
Well, what
You can
happens
say you want to fail the traumatic experience of your resurrection if you want. It's up to you.
Choose to go crazy.
I kind of want it. Just like a little.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a D100 for indefinite madness. So that's permanent madness from coming back from such a traumatic experience because you wanted it. So okay, it's an 87.
Boy, oh boy.
I can't take. So this is the flaw. It lasts until you're cured by this. I can't take anything seriously. The more serious the situation, the funnier I find it.
Wait, so now the mimic's laughing and you're laughing.
Yeah, you're like on the ground just cackling away. Like this is the funniest thing
Oh,
we've
yeah.
ever witnessed.
This is like literally the most serious thing that's ever happened. She died, and she's like absolutely fucking just like cackling. Old lady, scary
We
cackling.
have old lady Tiefling Harley Quinn.
With
So we got
top tactic, and her top like half her outfit has been like eaten, so she's just naked, half old lady tiefling.
Great.
So, yeah, Naname, what are you doing on your turn?
Okay, I guess my question is, as a DM, would you say that? No, actually, I'm good. I'm good because her staff is her warlock, the thing that allows her to do magic.
Arcane focus?
Yeah.
Okay.
So her staff there okay with
Yeah, her staff is fine. Her staff didn't get eaten.
Cool. She is going to stand up and use her action to disengage and move out of range of all of the mimics.
All right, you can do that. So,
and can she pick up her bag as she goes?
I'd say yeah. You can pick up your bag as you go.
Coolio. And then she'll probably start rifling through it because she definitely packed a change of clothes in here along with all of her muffins, which are now the whole thing's probably just blood and gut stain.
So I'd say that the safest place for you could go is if you go to the east side of the room, which you're closest to. There is these 2 wooden doors you can open, and it just leads into a small 10-foot pantry.
Oh,
Or you could try to move through the mimics and get to the door where everyone else is sort of standing. It's a small kitchen.
Terrain.
It's a small kitchen, and it's difficult terrain.
It's also...
So it's either you back up to the back door that's boarded up, or you hang out by the sink, the counter there, or you go into the pantry.
I'm pretty sure she would be worried that everything in here is a mimic, so she would go towards the back door, but not touch anything else.
All right, so you're sort of huddle up in the corner against the back door, rifling through your inventory kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh man, this is taking a turn. Yeah, Joe. I think they're gonna get revenge on your group next week. So with that, it's Yager's turn, and you're restrained. So for that restrained effect you did, is there a saving throw on that? They have to do a saving throw to get out?
Yep.
And it's disadvantage, right? Is it disadvantage to get out?
No, it's just a strength check.
And it costs their action to do it, right?
Yes, it's their standard action.
Okay.
So.
Or you can attack with disadvantage against a creature.
But yeah, it'll be a strength saving of 13.
Yeah. So Yager, if you want to get out of those entangling roots and vines that came up out of the floor, you have to roll a strength check.
I will try. Okay, yeah, I rolled an 18, so I think I'm good.
Yep, but that's your action, so you can't make an attack. Yep. Wait, you're a paladin. I think you have extra attack. No, extra attack you have to use if you make an attack.
Yeah.
Cool. So you are out of the vines. What do you want to do?
Not much else that I can do. I only have 15 feet of movement. It's rough terrain, so it's
Well, you have 10 feet. Oh yeah, 15 feet. Yeah, that's right, because of the disadvantage.
15, so it's pretty much 5 feet essentially. But even then, there's still an enemy right here, so.
And it's the table, and it's laughing. This is kind of thing. Yeah.
He's probably just knowing Yager. He's probably just gonna want to kill this thing. So
cool.
He's gonna stay there.
Fantastic. It is the chair mimic's turn then. The one that is restrained right where Naname had been eaten. So it is going to make the strength saving throw, and it got a 19 plus 3. So that's a 21. 22. So the mimic...
Sorry, was that for the laughter?
No, this is a chair mimic. It was restrained. The table's the one that's laughing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it rolled strength high enough to free itself now.
So it is no longer restrained, and it is going to look around, and it's going to see Naname in the corner, and it's hey, I ate that, and now it's what? So it's gonna not use all of its movement speed because it is still difficult terrain.
I'm still within 5 feet of it.
Oh, so that'll be.
So I would get a reaction.
Did you make a melee attack against it? You did, the rapier. So yeah, you're going to get an attack of opportunity against it as it moves away towards Naname.
Okay, so that's a just regular attack.
Yep.
2.
That misses.
I just want to say, this thing kills Naname 2 times in a row.
And it doesn't make all the way because of the difficult terrain, but it is getting close. It's about 10 feet away from Naname at this point again. Naname, you kind of as you're
get one turn in.
As you're rifling through your bag, you turn around and you see the chair hopping back towards you. So Lily, it's your turn.
So I'm going to start moving toward Naname.
Okay.
As soon as I'm within 10 feet of the chair, my Hail of Spores will attack it.
Yep.
On the off chance that it fails its save, which they haven't so far.
22.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
21.
And
the table would be affected also, I think, right? Or is it just one
It's
creature?
one target.
Okay, yeah, the chair is fine, yeah.
And I'm going to cast Chill Touch.
Chill Touch on who?
The chair.
Okay.
So that's 17. A 22 to hit.
That hits the chair.
Alright, so it's going to take 2d8.
I'll be right back.
10 necrotic.
10 necrotic. Nice. As your Chill Touch slams into this spectral, creepy hand just slams into the chair mimic and goes and Constitution saving throw just for fun. It vomits up a chunk of vomits up just Naname's old head just and this partially digested old lady tiefling head comes up out of the chair mimic's mouth and just splats on the ground.
Naname sees that and just freaking cackles.
Cool. So that happens. Sylvius, it's your turn.
Okay. How are the mimics looking? In terms of are they?
They look all right. They haven't really been taking. No one's really sort of done a lot of damage to them yet.
Right. Okay, and okay, I guess I'll move towards the chair.
Okay.
And
we got another donation.
oh wow!
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. So yeah, I'll do it. I'll roll for it after you do what you're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it with my rapier.
Sure.
And actually I should see if it hits first, I guess.
Okay.
3 plus 4, 7.
7 damage?
No, 7 to hit.
Oh no.
No. Okay.
Alright,
so
so
I guess that's my action.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna take a bonus and inspire Naname.
Alright.
Is Naname actually doing anything?
She's rifling through her purse in the corner.
She's gonna do something on her turn. I just had to use my action last time to disengage because, I only have 8 hit points.
Oh, and
Actually, you know what? I'm not, because I just see her cackling, so I'm not confident that she's
okay. Also, Yager, don't forget that you have Bardic Inspiration as well.
Yeah, I inspired Yager.
Yeah, is yours D4 or D something?
I think it's, let me check. It is a D8.
So yeah, you have a D8 of Bardic Inspiration. Also,
yeah. And I'm gonna inspire Lily.
Okay, cool. So as you do that, you guys hear, because I rolled this on the donation table, you guys hear what sounds like a strange, haunting piano begins playing throughout the house. And that's all you hear for the time being. Just a strange, haunting piano playing somewhere from in the house. You can't tell where right now, but it's playing from somewhere inside the house.
It's playing battle music.
Oh, he put something in the donation description. Okay, that's interesting, because I have a table for rolling for donations, but I will see what you put in the text, and if I like it, I'll use that instead. But for now, it is a table, or it's a piano. So with that, it's going to be the table mimic's turn. If Sylvius isn't doing anything else.
No, that's all.
Okay. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yes, the table, yeah.
Ah, it got a 9.
That'll fail.
Okay.
A 9?
A 9.
Yeah, that fails.
So it's still laughing. Just. Okay. Okay. Technically, that's really funny, Garrett, because that the creature that, yeah, but the piano spawns is technically a swarm thing. Anyways, it works out for everything. So cool. Nana May, it's your turn.
Cool. So I have a question.
Sure.
Is it possible for her to quickly, like, throw a shawl over her shoulders and then do, like,
Yes.
an actual action?
Yeah.
Thank you. For the sake of, like, everybody's eyes.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
every character's eyes. She has, like, a little, like, clearly hand-knitted shawl with,
Mhm.
like, little flowers on it that she, like, puts over her shoulders and, like, ties up real quick. And then she's going to cast Eldritch Blast on the mimic that's approaching her.
Cool. Roll to see if that hits.
Sure will roll to see if that hits. I got a whole +8, though, so it better be ready to die. Woo! 14 + 8, so
That
that's
hits. That hits.
22. Okay, so it is 2 beams, and each one will be 1d10 + 5 damage. So let's find a d10, actually. Alrighty. And I'm going to aim them both at the one that's approaching her.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, 1 death per game is, like, enough for me, really.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to be a 2 + 5 for the first one, so 7, and a 9 + 5, so 14.
Cool. As you go to throw your Eldritch Blast, the time limit ran out for the spawn, and as the Eldritch Blasts are about to hit the chair, it vanishes from existence, as does the table.
Oh.
Like, the whole table disappears? Like,
So
we
does
don't
the
even
chair.
get a table anymore?
So does the chair. Just boop, boop. And the
Oh.
piano is still playing from somewhere in the house. And it's really like, it's like an ominous organ, like, dun dun dun. Like, whatever an ominous organ sounds like, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the organ like Davy Jones plays in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got a
that's
good
funny.
ominous organ going on up here.
Is it like tune?
It's out of tune and like really
Yeah.
like, and it sounds like hollow almost.
Are we out of initiative now?
You're out of initiative right now.
Okay, Naname sits down, just like on the ground. She just kind of like goes, like, sits down and is calls Cookie over and holds Cookie and is like, "Well, that was something, wasn't it?
Are you alright
Would
there,
anybody
dear?
like a muffin?"
And yeah, the piano's still
Uh,
playing, just dong, 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 dong.
Lily
Yeah, I'm ignoring
goes
the
and
fuck out of that piano.
Yes.
Okay.
Lily goes to pick up the dropped potion and bring it over to Naname.
Sure.
Oh yes, that's probably a good idea. Let me.
I think this is yours.
Yes, it is.
Perhaps we should take a break.
I would like if
And-
we could take a break.
If we could take you up on that muffin offer from before.
I have so many. Oh, there's a little bit of blooded. Oh, what's this? Pulls out
Never
like
mind,
a
I
piece
can-
of her ear, then like.
Uh,
oh no, it's okay. She casts prestidigitation,
Fair.
and all of a sudden it's totally clean.
Lily's gonna go take a look at Naname's head.
It is a
Which one?
Her real head or the one that's
The severed one that's on the floor.
it looks like a partially digested old lady blue tiefling's head. Like just partially digested.
I would like to keep that as a souvenir of my trip here.
Really? Just picks it up. Here.
Cast prestidigitation to like clean it up a bit.
You clean all like the stomach acid and like sick off of it, but it's still a partially digested tiefling head.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So are we taking a break then?
She holds it next to her. Hello, my name is Nana May.
Yager just like glaring at these
Nana
trio of
Imagine
strangers.
something.
To be
But
or
Lily's
not
gonna
to be.
like take some notes on like the stage of digestion versus how long it was in the mimic's stomach.
All right. And
Also taking notes about the whole freaking thing.
all right, cool. At this point, the organ stops playing.
Can we take a short rest?
You can, but where you want to take a short rest? You are in a kitchen that keeps getting
Literally.
assaulted by creatures.
Yeah, but I mean, we're also in a haunted house where creatures keep getting.
And there's bedrooms on the next floor.
We don't know that though.
You're right. I can't wait to go in there and find some other creepy things out of
So it's up to you guys. What do you guys want to do?
Well, currently there's no monsters in here.
All right. Are you gonna? All right. So you're gonna take a short rest in the. Are you taking a short rest or a long rest?
Short rest, definite. I mean, we don't have enough time to take a long rest, do we?
You could set up to take a long rest in here. You have to like barricade entrances and stuff.
Like,
But you could take
what
a
are
long
we
rest.
planning to? Not necessarily what will happen, but what are we planning to?
Yeah.
I would just plan
rest.
for a short rest.
Yes, let's take a short rest for now, and we could always go somewhere else after.
All right. So for the
Good.
sake of time, because we only have about 20 minutes left, I'd say you guys sort of all sit down in the kitchen. You find places that are comfortable in the kitchen. I'd say you guys take some of the chairs and like push them up against the only door that enters into the kitchen. Because since every other entrance is sort of barricaded, you say to like push the chairs up. Maybe you push like some of the rubble from the fireplace that collapsed from the mist chill touch against the door for now, and you all just sort of sit down in the kitchen and take a rest. And you each get to roll your hit dice and everything.
Yay!
Yager also gives each of the barricades like their own little holy symbol and like some salt and holy water because he has his monster kit with him still.
Okay.
Also, I'm playing a little song to try to cheer people up,
Hey.
and I'm doing a song of rest.
Oh,
So
fantastic!
everyone
Cool.
gets an extra 1d6.
Nice!
So yeah, roll your hit dice. Oh, there's a giant mimic
I-
creature. It's so
I do
sweet.
not need to because I have not taken any damage.
So 2 donations and the one. I'm so excited for this one. Thank you so much, Garrett.
Are you kidding me? I used 2 hit dice and I rolled 1 on all of them.
Oh no,
Oh no!
that's not great. That's not great.
No, it's not.
But yeah, so
this
I'll say
house
for the sake of time, you guys take like an hour and you sort of just get your bearings. You take a rest in the kitchen. Yager, you have no idea who this old lady tiefling is and how she got here because, like I said, she was
I don't know
wiped.
any of these people.
She was wiped clean from her. She was wiped clean from your memory.
Yeah.
I just saw her as a dead body, and then
Yeah.
she just grew a head.
You basically just saw an old lady grow out of it, and that's all you remember of anime so far.
These 2 came out of the closet together, so like that was, like I don't know any of you people.
This is delightful.
So yeah, you're all sitting on the kitchen floor. 30 minutes later, what do you guys want to do?
Well, while we're having a short rest, can we like chat? Because
For sure, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, because I think that would be the time that they would clear up
Mhm.
a lot of stuff. Like, Naname would absolutely just ask about the 2 newcomers and be like, well, where do you come from?
Yeah,
How
I'm
do you
gonna
do
play my
family?"
lute, but I'm still able to talk. I guess I won't sing. I'll kind of just play it.
Okay.
A little bit under.
Benefit of having not a, like, air instrument.
Yeah, I only have a lute on me, unfortunately.
That's okay. We have a nice chat. And does Yager at any point mention that he doesn't know who Naname is?
I don't
He
know.
doesn't talk to you. He doesn't talk to you people at all. He's just sitting in the corner next to like the door, just like checking his blade. Is it damaged like blunted, or is it like burnt, melted?
It's acidically melted a little bit.
So it melted.
And it has a -1 to your damage with it.
Kind
Would Lily have noticed?
It's, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
I kept that, but I was on the open. I'm trying to hide it, so that helps. But yeah, he's like looking over his weapons, doing maintenance, like checking.
But yeah, so when you roll damage for your longsword, you have to take
14.
14. I'd say if he's trying to hide it, probably not.
Okay.
I'm
and
not trying to hide it out in the open.
oh, it's out in the open. I'd say you somewhat see that it looks a little buffed, but that's about it. And yeah, so every time you roll a damage for your longsword, it now has a -1 to the damage.
Yep.
And if it takes 4 more points of damage from acid, your sword melts into nothing.
Could
So
maybe do something to help with that sword. It looks a little damaged. Would you
Sorry,
mind
can you
if I
say that
take a
again?
look
It's
at
kind of hard to hear you.
it? Your sword looks a little damaged. Would you mind if I take a look at it?
Yager looks to you and says, "Sure," and he kind of hands it over to you, but gives you like untrusting look that someone can muster. And like he
Takes
has
it
his
and-
hand on a javelin.
You look like you could
she-
use just a good old pet from an adorable little dragon. Eh?
Things move from nothing.
Lily casts mending on the sword.
It repairs the sword. As like magic sort of like coats the blade and all like the acid burns on the sword like just get turned back into standard straight metal, and your sword no longer has a -1 to its damage.
Oh, would you look
Oh.
at that?
I didn't even realize that mending could be used for that. What a dummy! I've never
It's,
actually had mending.
Mending's a good spell.
It's useful.
I currently have mending, but I keep forgetting.
So as you're all sitting here and chatting, another like 20 minutes or so passes. What do you guys want to do? We got about 20 minutes left, like officially 20 minutes left now.
Have we even introduced ourselves?
Yes, I asked
Yeah.
for your names when you first came out.
Yeah, you know my
yeah.
name's
You did. Okay.
Lily.
I know your name is Lily.
Yager
I know that
and
your name
Anna
is-
died. So,
Sis.
You could call
Yeah,
me Sylvie
I
if you
kn-
like.
You know what? That would be easier to remember, wouldn't it?
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
I don't know if I introduced myself though. Naname and this is Cookie, but you might have noticed that part.
Right. Right.
Yager looks at you. How do you know who I am?
You were all in the room together. I assume she introduced herself before.
Yes. Sorry. What's going on, Yager?
I don't know who you are, so how do you know my name?
Well, I know that I'm forgetful, but that's quite a bunk to your head you must have gotten. We came into this house all together.
I came into this house with a little girl who died and was swallowed up by the floor.
And me. This old lady tiefling. who
Question:
didn't
Do I remember Cookie?
You remember Cookie, you don't remember Naname.
No, just that little dragon and the girl.
Oh, Cookie, he remembers you. That's the most important part, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Really, I still am debating, but
I maybe something happened to his head when the black slime hit him.
Very.
Well, we are in a weird haunted house where there's ghosts and stuff, so I wouldn't put it past it.
yes, and not exactly as a senior citizen here.
Oh, don't judge a book by its cover. I had some wild days in my youth.
Including growing nothing but a pair of legs. I'm pretty sure you can tell us a good story.
Oh, yes, well, you know, the dying and coming back was a first.
You guys hear the organ start playing
I would-
again. But the organ's playing much slower this time. But it's playing again. It started playing again.
Is there any discernible direction?
It sounds like it's coming from upstairs. Like, the foyer has 2 sets of stairs going up. So outside this door, there's the foyer, and it has 2 sets of stairs going up, and then a doorway to the right side. You guys are currently through the left door into the stairway. There's a right door, but it sounds like the sound's coming from upstairs. Like, 1 floor right above, possibly in the room right above the kitchen.
Perhaps some
I
of
feel
those
like
lost
that's
fellows.
probably not to be ignored.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh.
I feel like that music's not to be ignored. That
No, I was just saying, perhaps someone else who got lost here.
He's
is
playing the
upstairs.
piano.
Perhaps.
You know what?
Yeah,
There's no other reason why a piano would be playing in a haunted house. I like that idea.
And the piano stops.
it's certainly the most cheerful of options.
It stops, and you hear a scream coming from that bedroom. Or not that, but the room. Not a bedroom, the room. You hear a scream. And then,
So,
Alright.
can we determine like if it's a male voice or a female?
it's undiscernible. You can't really tell. But then the scream
The guy
turns to
screaming like a girl.
then the scream turns to laughter, and then the piano starts up again.
Oh, someone
Oh.
was clearly just joyfully surprised.
Well,
Perhaps.
all the same, be cautious, but I don't think we should leave that alone. No.
And as you're all like sitting there, you watch as this isn't donation random effects of the house. This is me rolling for random effects of the house. You watch as the barricade you guys had made to the kitchen door vanishes, along with the kitchen door itself vanishes.
Well,
what
I
is
think
it
it's
leading
time
to
to go.
You see the foyer again.
Okay,
The
so
foyer.
it's just like an archway there.
Oh, so this
Yeah.
is the first time seeing...
Okay, so it's just the physical door itself, not the doorway.
Yeah, the physical door just vanished.
So I can see the
Well-
clock now.
You can see you guys can see the grandfather clock, which Nana May and Yager would remember. This clock had the strange clock hands that had people's faces on them.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and examine the clock because I haven't
Yeah.
seen it before.
It's wide open, so it's not. The base of the clock's wide open, and as you look in, there's no like cogs or gears or anything inside the clock. But you get a sense that it's just a busted clock. Like the base of the clock is wide open, where like the gears and everything would be. But there's nothing inside, and the clock hands all seem to be pointing in different directions. And the one clock hand that says Arvis Chambers is a picture of a 13-year-old like human male with a really big cowboy hat too big for his head.
Aww, that's cute.
And the other hand, there's like an owl, and then there's a dragonborn gunslinger, and then there is a half-orc sort of woman in very elegant clothes. But yeah, the only one that's really noticeable is this 13-year-old boy with a cowboy hat. And Nana May and Yager, you would notice that this figure, who is Arvis Chambers, well, you're not at the clock, but yeah.
Oh, Nana May would gather herself
Okay.
up.
So you're all, I'll say for the sake of time and everything, you're all standing by the clock and you're looking at the hands. And Nana May and Yager, you notice the clock no longer like shut, it's wide open. There's nothing inside the clock now, and all the clock hands are in different positions. And the one that said Arvis Chambers is no longer like a 30-year-old man, it's like a 13-year-old boy with a cowboy hat that's too big for his head. Same person, but it looks like they're a little younger now. And the piano is still sounding from up the stairs.
You know, I'm pretty sure that this clock was like just trapped shut before, or like there was wood or something to stop it from coming open.
There was.
Oh, and also I'm pretty sure that person looks like they're like a tiny little child.
And yeah, you hear that the piano that gets like louder, and the tempo of it gets faster and faster.
I'm gonna...
Watching up the stairs.
You're going up the stairs?
No, I'm just looking. Like I am
Oh,
not looking at the clock. I am looking at the stairs.
You don't see anything. You see like these two stairways that go up onto the second floor. The second floor, you can see doors and paintings and suits of armor that seem to like lead into this. Seems like it might be the sort of like living quarters, the living area of the house up there. So
Okay.
bedrooms, probably bathrooms, other things, libraries might be upstairs.
Cookie darling, can you fly up there and see what's going on?
Better idea.
Cookie flies up, doesn't see anything, but he hears the sound of the piano coming behind the first door on the left. But he doesn't see anything, he just hears the sound of the piano playing, and he flies back down and obviously relays this message to you telepathically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The door.
Up there.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything in the hallway. We should just go up there and check it out.
Yes, let's do
Dominates
so
the person
quiet.
in the thickest armor be in front.
Yeah, what's the marching order?
Yeah, Jaeger's definitely gonna try and be towards the front.
Jaeger's in the
Oh,
front.
yes.
Cool. Who's behind
Good
Yager?
idea.
Who's behind Yager?
I'll go behind Yager.
So that is Sylvius.
Sure.
And then who's behind Sylvius?
Nana May?
Nana May.
Okay.
So Lily's
yeah,
taking
Lily
up
will bring up the rear.
Cool. And you guys are heading up the stairs, correct?
Sure.
Cool.
Are we being quiet?
It's up to you guys. Do you guys want to be quiet or not?
I would. Trying to be quiet.
All right,
I can
everybody.
try to a stealth roll.
Everybody, roll stealth checks then, please.
That one.
Fantastic.
Same.
Oh, 2 nat 1s.
17.
You could literally not be louder.
All right. So because of this
Clank, clank, clank.
because of those
I
2
got
nat.
13.
Oh, Yager, you roll disadvantage because you're wearing heavy armor. So that nat 1 is just going to be a nat 1.
Oh, let me roll again for that nat one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even more of a nat one somehow.
Anyways, so because of the 2 nat 1s, it's going to override the good stealth rolls.
Okay.
And yeah, you're walking up the stairs. Clunk, 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 clunk. And the piano stops playing. But you're all sort of standing up in this landing. The hallway's about 6. The hallway's about 10 feet wide. And there's doors lining each side. There's paintings, really weird paintings. One of the paintings is of an old man standing under a tree. He's nude in the painting. And there's just about 10 or so kids hanging from the tree, and he's looking up at them. That's the painting that sort of catches your eye. It's really weird and just macabre.
Like briefly describe
Like hanging, you mean like from a noose, or like hanging like monkey bars?
Nooses.
Oh, good.
Oh, and what's that, Neneme?
Like, is the man like a human man?
He is a tiefling man.
Okay,
Elderly
what's with this
tiefling.
What with this house and naked old tieflings?
And he's just looking up, and you swear you can see the bodies in the paintings, like the hanging bodies, moving in the breeze. But there's the door that you guys heard that Cookie heard the piano behind, and it's right in front of you. And on it says, library.
Oh, I love libraries.
As do I.
I have a special connections to the library back in name of
I'm
town
actually
that
a
I'm
knight myself.
I spent
Yager
a good amount of
is
time in
going
libraries
to
also.
go
Let us
up
bond
and
about
put his
libraries.
ear to the door.
Jaeger's putting his ear to the door.
Yeah.
Give
And
me a perception check.
And aside from that, he's also casting Divine Sense. So perception is
He's casting Divine Sense.
as well. Yes,
What's the radius
Right.
on Divine Sense?
60 feet.
60
The door
feet?
is a
So-
mimic. It eats
60
your ear.
feet? You don't detect anything.
Gosh darn it. Okay, wow.
But
That's not
what's
me
your
at all. This
What's your perception check?
21 total.
Fantastic. You don't hear anything behind the door. The piano stopped playing.
I tried.
But yeah, on the door in like cursive writing on a plate, it says library.
All right. He
Now
kind of
having
looks back
to
to.
knock.
Okay.
Nanime knocked on the door.
Hello.
Oh God.
No answer.
That was beautiful playing.
No answer, but you hear what sounds like something fall off a table and shatter. Like glass, like
And as
Oh
soon as
dear,
he
I'm
hears
sorry
that,
to startle you.
Yager kind of glares at Anime and just like busts into the door.
You're
It's a-
bursting into the room.
It's a library. Be quiet.
Alright, so as you kick the door open, you see it's a library, but the library has a second floor. And the second floor is accessed via ladder. This big like ladder with wheels that slides around. And the second floor has a landing. And the second floor looks like it might be like 70 feet up. Like there's like bookcases stacked on top of each other. And this ladder is like moved around. The ladder is 70 feet in height, and it's wheeled around the entire library to get to the second floor. The floor of the library is hard, like dark oak, and it's covered in like various ornate rugs. But the biggest of the ornate rugs is this large, like polar bear skin that's immediately on the other side of the door. And yeah, you can't really see much of the library because of these big bookcases sort of blocking your view. So if you wanted to see more, you'd have to step in. And what's the duration of Divine Sense? Is it just like a one-time thing, or does it last?
It's let me check actually because I think there's some duration.
Okay.
No, it's just an action, so
Cool.
like 6 seconds.
So yeah, you can't see anything really from where you're standing in the doorway, but you do see that there's a ton of books, and there's that 70-foot ladder on wheels that moves around if you want to get up to the second floor of this library.
All right.
But yeah, you don't see
Since he
anything.
he didn't sense anything earlier, so he's just gonna step into the room and.
All right, same
and-
bookcases and.
Go.
Polar bear.
I'm gonna look at what kind of books are on the shelf.
So as you like sort of like move, so you're moving deep past Yager to get into the library to look at the books. Because you have to move past him to get a look at the books.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll stay behind Yager.
Okay.
Never mind. When we get close to the books, then I'll look at what kind of books.
All right.
Yeah, like he's just going to slowly move towards the center of the room, like keeping
Cool.
an eye out and.
As you move to the
swords
center of the
going on.
room, you get a good view of the second floor landing, where there's like a bunch of like velvet couches and a fireplace that's roaring. And you see in a velvet armchair, there's a figure just sitting in the armchair looking at the fire. And this figure, like height-wise, it's 70 feet up, and then it's 20 feet away from the ladder, so it is about 90 feet away. So your divine sense doesn't... Yeah. He's just a figure staring at the fireplace in a chair. And you can't really see what the figure is, you just make out the top of their head from the chair. Like hair, like brown hair that's sort of like slicked back.
Okay. Out of character? Fuck. In character, Yager's going to slowly go to everyone, stay here, stay safe. And then he's going to try and climb up the ladder to approach that mysterious figure.
So you're climbing up the ladder 70 feet. Doop, 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 doop.
Wait.
Is he waiting? Or is he still going?
Nope.
I can send
Nope.
cookies.
He's still
He doesn't
going.
know you.
He doesn't know you, that's right. And you approach, are you approaching the figure in the chair? You're like 20 feet away from the figure in the chair now at this point.
20 feet away. I'm actually going to roll to see if he does Divine Sense again. Yep, he's doing Divine Sense again.
Cool. The figure in the chair is indeed evil. Oh, does it tell you what it detects, like if it's a fiend or undead or anything?
Fiend, celestial, or undead.
It is undead. And it's just staring in the fireplace. Just staring in the fireplace, not doing anything. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage to see if you sneak up on it.
Lily would probably be trying to fly up a little bit.
Okay, it's not a nat 1, it's a 2, so yeah.
It's sort of like it turns its head, and as it turns its head, you hear its bones cracking, like, and it moves its head really like jerkily, like Kayako from The Grudge. That's how it moves its head, just like. And it stands up out of the chair, and what you see is this human male in very ruined, like, Victorian-esque clothes, covered in holes. He looks like a zombie, essentially. But when you sort of, like, look closer at him, he doesn't look like a zombie. Generally, you'd expect this is a zombie. But you see that he has sores all over his body, and you see that there's, like, little green worms wriggling and crawling out of these wounds and crawling back into other wounds. And it just looks at you, and because of your just sense, something tells you that either this thing was playing the piano or the piano had something to do with the summoning of this creature. And before we go, you watch as one of the worms comes out of the wound and leaps at you. And I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's really gross. Really gross.
This house hates me.
This house hates all of us.
Yeah.
It hates me specific. How many nat 1s have I rolled today?
I don't know. Dexterity saving throw. What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Oh, so as the worm lands on you, it lands on your like neck, and you try to like scrape it off, and you watch as it like bites into your neck and burrows under your skin. And you take 1 piercing damage. And now the worm is, like, under your skin and in your neck. And just for the sake of time and everything, that happens. And... we'll pick up there in 2 weeks.
I hate this cliffhanger.
Actually, hold on. Let me see what 2 weeks is from now.
I am melting the dice down. Like, it betrayed me way too much.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say that dice needs to go to dice jail.
So, yeah. We'll pick up with this on the 10th, and we'll be back next Wednesday with the other group. So, I need to write this in my notes that Yager has a
new permanent worm friend.
Possibly.
A worm buddy.
Yeah, a little worm buddy.
So, yeah.
What are you doing?
I need to take a screenshot of that so I remember those
He
notes.
like pops out his leg. Hey, friend.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm your new little
Oh,
wormy
has
pal.
anyone seen The Corpse's Bride?
Yes.
Like, it's that little worm thing, and it's like pops out.
Oh yeah.
So I will say the
Somebody.
donation spawns this creature.
Thank you, guys.
That's delightful.
Yeah.
Now you two need to get little buddies of some sort, because I have Cookie, who has little Wormy. You should get like
Gotcha.
Love a little buddy.
You guys got to get a little buddy.
I mean,
You got your
technically,
severed head.
I'm full of fungus, so
you are full of fungus, and I have my severed head. Would you like to borrow my severed head as your little buddy?
I would
To
love
be
your
or
severed
not
head as
to
my
be?
buddy.
But so yeah, that was this week's session of House from Ben Hill. Apologies for all of the technical issues at the start with the internet again. It seemed to be that I reset. Oh, chat knows what it is. Well, my bad. So yeah, we'll see what that thing does from now on to Yager if they get that sorted out, because those things are fucked.
I don't know what it is.
If you want to keep it a surprise, I very much recommend it.
It's a little wormy pal.
But yeah,
Friend.
so that was our 4th episode of House from Ben Hill. We had another death in this episode as well, so that's every episode we've had someone die.
Not the
Yep.
first one, not the first
No.
one. Last one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
We have
episode
a
2, 3, and 4 have had
death
people
three.
die. Naname got bitten in half by a mimic, but she's back. So I'm going to go around before we go and let every player, say who they are. If they got social media, if they want to promote that, if they want to promote anything they're doing, they can do that. And they can also give notes on the session, what they thought of the session, and any closing thoughts they have, what they think might happen. Yeah, we'll go from there. So first up, Brogan.
Yeah, no social medias to promote, but thanks to everyone who donated, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the donations, guys. That was awesome. It killed Naname, those donations.
It did.
Alright, next up we have Sharon.
So if you want to follow my incredibly inactive Twitter account, it's Mizopifex, Mizopifex. But other than that, I'm not hugely socially media savvy. But yeah, I'm Sharon.
Alright. And thank you for joining our little cast here. So last minute. But thank you.
No, yeah, like I said, I'm
And now you can get
so
revenge.
from the other group's roommate. So you,
Yeah.
you mentioned you had a hole that you needed to fill.
Yeah, you get some
And I've
revenge.
been playing together in various tabletop games for years. So
I'm curious to see if anyone decides to donate revenge-wise, or just donate in general to the group next week to see if you can screw with them.
to take revenge on my roommate.
Take revenge on your roommate, basically. Amy.
This was great. I can't wait to see what happens next time. Half and eaten by a mimic like a crocodile was pretty cool, and I really appreciated coming back like half nude. That was definitely.
I
was
can't
fun.
wait. I can't wait to get that commissioned.
No,
Yes.
please, no,
Yes.
no, just
Or get
I
art
think that I could find a person who would want
art
to
commissioned of like Naname like wriggling out of her lower half, like baby
Oh my
Naname
God.
wriggling out of the lower half.
Get them
Anyway,
to do an animation of
Oh my god.
oh, it'd be so good.
I'm glad that she came back. I'm glad she came back still as a tiefling, because I would have had to do a lot of figuring out how to turn her into a different race.
Pretty easy. It's pretty easy on D&D Beyond.
And I think it's hilarious that Yager forgot her.
Yeah, that's a pretty minor resurrection effect I have. Some of them are really bad. Like one is you just don't come back. The resurrection like fails and you don't come back. There's some
I'm so curious
there's
what
some
the
pretty
other
good ones on there. Arvis got one that disintegrated 1d4 limbs.
Oh,
One
yeah.
D4 limb. Wait, it could have disintegrated all of his limbs?
Yeah, he could have lost both his
Well,
arms and
if you
both
have
his
a
legs.
tail, that counts as a limb. So
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, wait! It disintegrates one limb. So I know it disintegrates 1d4 limbs. Yeah, and he lost his left arm from it.
Imagine if it disintegrated all of your
So
limbs.
good.
And you're just
So
lying there
good.
like, hey buds.
The other party's got to like carry
What
you
would
around like a
do at that
suitcase.
point?
Hope
Put you
at
in
that
a
point, you get
backpack.
prosthetics.
wish someone had regeneration spell. But
It
yeah,
would be like
Yeah.
Swiss Army Man.
do you have anything else you want to say or throw out there, Amy, before we go?
No.
All right, and Caesar.
Yeah, no social media on my end. I'm a bit of a anti-social media person because I have no idea how that works. I'm a loner boy. But yeah, aside from that, I have a worm in my neck. Yay! I swear, like person who donated that, thank you so much for putting this nice
Yeah,
alien parasite
that-
into my body.
That was Garrett,
And-
who plays
And
the
if
owl in
if
the
I have
first
like
group.
a
Oh.
chest bursting baby next time, thank you for this as well.
And then maybe you can regenerate a little Yager out of your body.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Both donations were from people from the first group.
That's
Oh yeah, that makes it so
we're
much better.
trying
That we're
to
trying to
save you guys.
we are
It's
trying
amazing.
to save you.
It's so good.
You're making our job so much better.
And last but not least, hi, I'm JW, also known as Justin, but I go by JW Ross on social media. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm almost at 700 followers, and that's at JWROSSS on the Twitter. And you can also follow this channel's Twitter at mimicsn, the letter N, Monstros. And we'll be back at 10 p.m., so like in an hour, for our pirate campaign. We'll be streaming our continuation of the pirate campaign, because last week's session was nuts. And I can't wait to see where that goes. Again, thank you for donating. The donation is going to help me get to the point of getting a situation set up where my internet doesn't die every 10 minutes. Because I pay for good internet, but it keeps crapping out, and I think it's because my computer's kind of old. So, yeah, we'll be back in an hour with Pirates. So thanks for watching, everyone. And again, please donate $5 or more every time we run this game to fuck with these people and have them possibly get eaten by mimics. So,
Don't.
as
Kill
always,
my other character.
yeah.
Do it.